Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Disney News Roundup for the week of April 10th, 2021. I am Rhino, and before I get started with the news, I just want to remind everybody that this and everything that we do here at the Dis Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. They are experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. When you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip, and you help support the channel. So we do appreciate that very much if you have been able to, or if you are going to book with them. Thank you, everybody. So now that I've said that, boy, oh boy, do we have some news to talk about. We are talking about all the big stuff that happened this week, and we finally have it. We've got the opening date for the Avengers Campus, which is located, if you do not know this, in Disney California Adventure in California. I am so very, very excited for this. That opening date is going to be June 4th, 2021, and as of now is only going to be welcoming California state residents, and the second they let out-of-state people into those parks, I am there. So here are some of the things that you can expect from the highly anticipated new land. You've got Web Slingers, a Spider-Man attraction, which is the first ride-through Spider-Man-based Disney attraction, which is going to feature Tom Holland as Spider-Man, as guests are invited to try out their web-slinging techniques. You're going to have a Doctor Strange area where he's going to be teaching guests the ways of the mystic arts in an interactive sanctum. Let's talk about some food options, because you've got PIM Test Kitchen, which is a food innovation science lab where the food and drinks tell a story. Hank Pym's PIM particle technology will play a role in the dining location's offerings, and we'll have something for everyone from sweets to small bites to PIM particle infused adult beverages. And it obviously can't be Avengers Campus. We can't talk about Avengers and food and not talk about shawarma. So you're going to find Grab and Go Shawarma by the Shawarma Palace Food Court. And then outside of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, you will find Tanalier Tivion's Terran Treats. I don't think I said the collector's name right there, but you have the Terran Treats, which is going to offer an eclectic array of bites for Terrans, which are humans, of all ages. And it's not the Avengers Campus without some of those amazing characters that we've grown to love. They need to be making appearances, right? So as of right now, they're saying that you could potentially have encounters with Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Dora Milaje, Black Widow, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, and even villains like Loki, some of whom are making their first appearances at the park. So this is all so exciting. And of course, we got to talk about some of that merchandise, because there is going to be some merchandise as well. And I almost just left out because I wasn't sure whether this was going to happen or not, because it seems really complicated. And I don't know if it's going to end up going the way of the Everest Yeti, but there is a Spider-Man animatronic that is supposedly going to be like web slinging through the air. Disney has released some of that video. They're still saying it's happening. I want to make sure I see this with my own eyes. I love Spider-Man. So the merchandise, though, speaking of that, over the summer we learned about the Spider-Bot, which is essentially going to be the thing that starts wreaking havoc in the Spider-Man attraction. Well, you're going to be able to get one of those and customize it yourself, and you'll find that at Web Suppliers. Then you've got the Campus Supply Pod, which will offer Avengers Campus apparel, headwear, drinkware, and more. And I am so excited. I know to bring an empty suitcase with me when I go. I can't wait to see this new land, and I hope everybody that gets to go to Disneyland when it opens just has an absolute blast. I am jealous of you, but just enjoy yourself. And actually, speaking of Disneyland's opening, we've got some details and key dates to talk about here. So both Disneyland and Disney California Adventure will feature many of the reopening procedures and safety measures that we've seen employed here at Walt Disney World since they reopened in July of this last year in 2020. When the California parks reopen on April 30th, they'll do so with limited capacity. Guests who are wishing to visit either of the parks must have a theme park reservation in addition to valid ticket media. Each guest ages 3 and up will require a theme park reservation in addition to valid ticket media for that same day. Like I said, at this time, only California residents may visit Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, and in accordance with California state guidelines, must be in groups no larger than 3 households. I don't know what that number is for people, but 3 households. The theme park reservation system for the California Parks will be available beginning on April 12th. Guests who have existing theme park tickets will be able to make park reservations for the days that their ticket is valid, beginning on the 12th. Like I said, park ticket sales will begin again on April 15th, and those without ticket media may begin purchasing tickets and making park reservations at that point. Disney has noted that park reservations for certain days have a possibility of being made available on a rolling basis, and that ticket calendars will be updated on a rolling basis as well. And if you're wondering about ticket prices, I didn't write it in my script here, but I did see today that because who knows how much they were going to charge for a ticket, but I believe that they have said that the ticket pricing is going to be based on the tier system that had gone into effect in February of 2020, right before everything was shut down. So you can defer to that to see what you're going to be looking at in terms of a park ticket cost. But I don't believe there's any word on annual passes or anything like that again yet either. Guests staying at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa will need to make sure to book theme park reservations as well. A resort stay does not guarantee the possibility of a theme park reservation. Guests with ticket media that includes the park hopper option may visit the other park beginning at 1 p.m. each day. It's worth noting that guests who have multi-day tickets must make a separate park reservation for each park day. Upon reopening, Disneyland and Disney California Adventure will be open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Parking will be available in both the Mickey and Friends and Pixar Palace parking structure. Dining reservations for select locations will become available for booking on April 22nd. Guests will be able to book dining reservations 60 days in advance, and guests wishing to dine at quick service restaurants inside of the theme parks will be able to use mobile ordering via the Disneyland app. As in the case in Walt Disney World, Disneyland will require temperature checks and wearing of appropriate face coverings for all guests ages 2 and older. Physical distancing measures will be seen throughout the park and restaurants when they reopen. And there's really just nothing surprising about any of that there. But we did also learn that Disneyland's Star Wars Rise of the Resistance attraction will use a virtual queue system. So the opportunity for guests to join the virtual queue will be made available once each morning and once each afternoon. So that's kind of how it works here too. Guests will only be able to join the queue via the Disneyland app, and Disney was clear to state that guests may only access the attraction by using the virtual queue. Guests with a valid ticket and theme park reservation who will start their day at Disneyland Park will be able to access the virtual queue system and check for an available boarding group in the morning on the day of their park reservation. Guests will need to have their park tickets linked to their Disney account. To access the second virtual queue opportunity for later that day, guests must have a valid ticket and park reservation and have entered Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park with a park hopper ticket by the second enrollment time. Guests beginning their day at Disney California Adventure Park may then enter Disneyland Park with their park hopper ticket after 1 p.m. for their booking group. Yeah, so it basically just it looks like it's going to work exactly the same way as it does here, really. So while we're talking about Star Wars, we got to talk about something else too. I have not seen it with my own eyes, but apparently Josh D'Amaro, who is the chairman of the Disney Parks Experience and Products section, basically lit up an actual lightsaber, and I'm not talking the ones that like you build and buy in the parks in Galaxy's Edge. This apparently looked like an actual light blade that ejected from a handle, from a hilt. I need them to release the video of that, but apparently they're not going to. But so there was this virtual presentation, like I said, which was for invited media and guests and mainly focused on a conversation between D'Amaro and Kevin Feige, who is the president of Marvel Studios. And that was where they announced the opening date for the Avengers Campus, which, as I said earlier, June 4th, 2021. Everyone take videos of that merch. Send it to me so I can see it. And according to our friend Carly Wiesel, the presentation was wrapping up. D'Amaro stated, "You never know what we're going to come up with next." He then pulled out a hilt-like box, turned it on to reveal a light blade, and claimed it's real. Walt Disney Imagineer Scott Trowbridge has confirmed on Twitter that the lightsaber showcased by Josh D'Amaro was in fact real, not CGI, and is still not ready to be shown to the public. According to Scott Gustin, Disney has no plans to reveal photos or videos of the lightsaber seen during the virtual event. Craig Williams wrote an article that really goes into how this could potentially work because there was a patent that was found that was for a sword device with a retractable, internally illuminated blade. And I mean, what else is that? But while everyone was collectively losing their minds over the lightsaber, nobody was talking about Baby Groot. Okay, not this just standard Baby Groot, but apparently, there was a walking Baby Groot that they showed too. So it's important to note that while this isn't the first time that we've seen a living character from Walt Disney Imagineering, it's the first new one we've seen in a long time. Disney's Living Character Initiative was developed to allow guests a chance to interact with characters like never before. There was Lucky the Dinosaur, that was the first, and then was followed with more physical characters like those from the Muppet Mobile Lab and Remy that appeared at EPCOT. The Walking Groot only appeared for a very short time at the end of the special presentation, but it looked like this version of Groot was still connected to a controller with wires. But this Baby Groot, if you remember, there was a Baby Groot meet and greet that we'd seen at Disney parks before, that he would do a meet and greet with Star-Lord. We had that here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, but apparently this baby, or young Groot, appeared to be like 2 to 3 feet tall and was wearing an outfit that looks similar to his Ravager outfit in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is the one I just picked up and showed you here. But hopefully that would be really cool. I would be worried that guests would just pick him up and run away. So I am really wondering what they're going to do about that. Back to the East Coast. You may all remember that the Magical Express is set to end at the finale of this year. Well, Mears Transportation Group, the passenger transportation leader in Central Florida, announced its commitment to continue offering transportation services to visitors between the airport, area theme parks, and resorts starting January 2022 with Mears Connect. So that is great news for a lot of people, I'm sure. Mears Connect will offer the same safe and reliable service the company has provided millions of guests for decades. The Mears Connect service will initially operate between the Orlando International Airport and resorts in the Walt Disney World area. It will provide fast and convenient transportation services for visitors in high occupancy vehicles. I feel like that's code for bus. Thereby reducing traffic and lowering environmental impacts. Guests can expect scheduled service, luggage handling, convenient airport terminal staging, and return trips from resorts to the airport. In addition, Mears will offer enhancements to ensure greater convenience in vehicle options. Pricing for all services will be announced later this year, along with the launch of a custom reservation platform. Guests can begin making their reservations for 2022 dates in May of 2021. So not too long. We're going to talk about EPCOT again for a hot second. Disney has announced that the Centerpiece merchandise location for EPCOT will no longer be called Mouse Gear, but Creations Shop. And that new store will open this summer. Creations Shop will boast a bold, sleek design that creates a perfect showcase for the rich variety of items you'll find as part of your EPCOT experience, according to Disney. I feel like another news story was snuck into this one news story, and that is that across from Creations Shop, I keep wanting to call it Creature Comforts, Creations Shop, guests are going to find a reimagined Club Cool. Yeah, hosted by Coca-Cola, also debuting this summer, guests are going to be able to once again sample Coca-Cola drinks from around the world. No word on whether there is going to be Beverly or not, but my guess is yes, since they have it at the World of Disney. I am losing my mind. At the Coca-Cola store at Disney Springs. So my guess is Beverly's making a return. Beverly's Revenge. That's actually the name of the drink at the Coca-Cola store, and it's terrible. You guessed it. I'm going to talk about Adventures by Disney here for a hot second, because Adventures by Disney confirmed that their summer 2021 trips to Costa Rica and Arizona and Utah will in fact be happening. They're traveling. There are tons of dates for these summer 2021 adventures as well, so be sure to head over to www.info.com where you can check that out if you are interested. In addition to confirming that the summer 2021 Costa Rica and Arizona and Utah trips will travel, Adventures by Disney has also released 2022 land adventures. Okay, so as always, you can reach out to the experts at Dreams Unlimited Travel that are there to help you book your Adventures by Disney at no additional cost to you. And if you book an ABD trip through Dreams Unlimited Travel, every booking is eligible for Dream's current booking discount, which is up to $1,300 off of the price of the adventure based on that final price. So it's not a bad deal. All right, last story, because this is an impossibly long video now. Disney Cruise Line has announced that Captain Minnie Mouse is going to play a prominent role on their newest ship, the Disney Wish. Captain Minnie Mouse, who began greeting guests on the Disney ships in 2019, will be featured in the filigree artwork featured on the Wish's bow. Captain Minnie was also present at the keel laying ceremony, and her likeness was featured on the keel coin itself. The keel laying ceremony took place to commemorate the completion of the first section of the ship, and the first section has now been lowered into the building dock. Apparently, there is a big announcement regarding the Wish that's going to be happening at the end of the month, the end of April. And again, like I said for the ABDs, like I've said for everything, if you are interested in traveling on the Wish at some point, Dreams Unlimited travel clients can reach out and actually send an email if you're interested to future_bookings@dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. And that is going to do it for me today. I have stumbled through this absolutely horribly. I apologize for that so much. I know that I've also missed some news stories. I'm 100% positive. There was just so much going on. I had to pick the big ones, right? So if you want to read more about what's going on at Disney, all the happenings, you can head over to www.info.com and check out all the stories that are out there. Some great articles as well that can help you plan your trip. And if you like this video, please thumbs up. I don't know why you would at this point. And subscribe to the channel. That's going to do it for me. I hope that you're all doing well out there. I hope you have a great week. Goodbye, everybody.